Olatunbosun Alake is an information technology and business management executive with a wealth of experience across diverse facets of the technology sector. Currently serving as the Honorable Commissioner for the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology in Lagos State, Mr. Alake has established himself as an innovation champion. His career journey encompasses expertise in product management, business intelligence, application deployment, and business development, with extensive contributions in the telecoms, IT, media, and entertainment industries. Prior to his government role, Mr. Alake held the position of General Manager of IT and Innovation at the Film House and Film One Group. His career started as a technology consultant in Philadelphia, USA, where he tackled technology-related challenges for clients spanning the hardware and software domains. Upon his return to Nigeria, Mr. Alake assumed the role of Technical Learning and Development Specialist at IPNX Telecoms Nigeria Limited. Subsequently, his tenure at IPNX saw him assume various functional and leadership roles, notably as the head of the Business Intelligence Unit. Mr. Olatunbosun also made significant contributions as the Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Innovation and Technology. His efforts led to an impressive 250% increase in innovation activity within the government. Known for his adept problem-solving skills and the ability to identify critical issues and provide value-driven solutions, he played a crucial role in the initial phase of the Lagos State Smart City project. Mr. Alake holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Computer and Information Science from Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Additionally, he possesses a Master's in Business Administration with a concentration in General Management. He also holds a certificate in Organizational Choice Architecture and Decision Science from the Harvard Kennedy School and a certificate in Policy for Science, Technology, and Innovation from the MITx program. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Olatunbosun Alake.
Good to have you, sir. Welcome to the round table.
Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I think it's normally engaging with government functionaries, sometimes they ask you to send your questions in advance. But you've not asked for any question in advance. You're ready to take the question. So bring it on.
Well,
all right, sir.
We don't know how we are going to top that first talk. I think that was very good.
Thank you.
But we'll do our best.
Thank you. Okay, just so you know, LinkedIn is also a platform for professionals. We already about LinkedIn just now. But I went on the LinkedIn profile of the Honorable Commissioner, and I just want to show you a couple of things from his profile. Listen, I said he's not a politician, he's a professional. Okay, so Bachelor of Science from Temple University. Master of Business Administration, MBA from Metropolitan College of New York. Wait. Executive Education at Harvard Kennedy School. Wait now. Okay, let me just wrap up. 7 years spent at IPNX Nigeria Limited, where he rose to head of business intelligence and data analytics. Also was divisional head of media and entertainment at IPNX. He was general manager of information and technology at Film House Entertainment, Film One Entertainment as well. So he has a broad experience in the tech world and in the entertainment world as well. And is currently serving as the Honorable Commissioner for Innovation, Science and Technology. You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Very good. So sir, because we don't have so much time, I wanted to just tell us what the Lagos State government is doing in the area of innovation and tech as it relates to social media.
Okay. So you had to put the social media angle. Okay. And good afternoon to everyone. It's good to be here, and it's very good that we're also in a church. So I can also put the spiritual angle to the thing. But in Lagos State, as you know, Lagos State is the largest tech hub in Africa. just by sheer number of startups that are started or that are launched, Lagos has that title in the entire sub-Saharan Africa. And so a lot of companies that Lagos State has sponsored, has invested in, and has also granted are companies leveraging social media. Whether it's social media for education, to convey their ideas, to create value, whether it's healthcare through social media, whether it's remote doctors, right, where somebody in rural Ekpe can see a doctor from anywhere. Do you understand? Using collaborative tools as well, CRM tools, you know, and all of that. Lagos State has invested between 2020 and 2023. Lagos State has granted over 70 startups funding in different areas, from fintech, construction tech, leveraging of social media, circular economy and environmental sciences. You know, so there's quite a bit of support that Lagos State has been given to young entrepreneurs and startups. We also do a mentorship program through our Idea Hub. Yeah, through our agency, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. So what we do is that for young entrepreneurs that want to start their business, whether it's leveraging social media or it's in any other technology area, we pair them with industry experts. So think of, you want to start a cement plant. We try and pair you with Dangote. You know, if you want to start, you know, a fintech or a finance, we look for somebody in that industry that is able to help coach you and help prepare your business for prime time, right? We also give what we call voucher hub, hub voucher tickets. It's called the Hub Voucher Program. So what we do is that for entrepreneurs that require access to physical office space, they want to build their business, right? We have what we call the Hub Voucher Program. Entrepreneurs apply on the Lagos Innovates platform. They get that voucher program and they can redeem it at over 45 innovation hubs in Lagos. So what that means is that you are building your business, you need internet, you need electricity, you need all the things that, all the resources you require. You need networking, you need some facilities. You apply for the Hub Voucher Program. Once you get accepted and you get it, you can redeem that voucher at any of the 45 hubs in Lagos State for free. So you get to use all those resources for free. And so those are some of the programs that we use to support entrepreneurs, whether they are leveraging social media or in any technology or tech area.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah. Please be taking notes. He has mentioned the Idea Hub. Note it and research the Idea Hub. Don't ask the Honorable Commissioner for the link, okay? You can research it. Everything is available online.
So I can even provide the links for young entrepreneurs so that you go straight to it. If you Google Lagos Innovates, right, or lagosinnovates.ng, you will see the Lagos Innovates program. From time to time, periodically, they will have open call-outs for innovators, for young entrepreneurs that are building their businesses. You apply for that. So just watch out, sign up for the email list. There's also LASRIC, our Lagos State Science Research and Innovation Council. So they also have periodic call-outs. They are actually the ones that grant companies funding and also invest in companies. So they have periodic call-outs, usually every quarter, but this year we haven't because we have a new board coming in. We have a private and public sector board that manage that fund. So if you go to LASRIC, LASRIC.lagosstate.gov.ng, you will see the platform and then you'll be able to follow for whenever the call-outs will be available and then you'll be able to apply.
Fantastic, fantastic. So Lagos Lagos State Innovates. You can Google that and check and get more information on this. Everything is available online. I mean, I have spent the last couple of days just reading up about the Idea Hub program, startups, mentoring, how startups are introduced to established businesses already. So you can do likewise as well. Sir, from your experience at Film House, now this is taking you away from Lagos State back to the Old Testament. From your experience at Film House Entertainment, what opportunities do you think that both the established and the startups can explore in terms of wealth creation through social media, if you like, in the entertainment industry?
So, and that's a very good question. So when I was at Film One, I was head of the online platform at the time, and we used to do a lot of social media marketing, right? So for movies that we wanted to release into the market, because Film One is a producer and a distributor. We used to distribute movies, you know, to different areas all throughout West Africa. And so, for instance, how many of you remember the movie The Wedding Party? Right, and Wedding Party 2. So those were some of the movies that Film One distributed at the time. And I remember that we had to do marketing campaigns, mostly on, in fact, 60% of the campaigns were on social media. There were physical activations too, but I remember, and just to confirm what my sister here said in the beginning, most of the touch points on social media we had was on Facebook. Facebook actually generated way more numbers for us in terms of marketing the titles than all the other platforms combined. I think today there are about between 8 and 10 million Facebook users, even though I think that number is a little bit undercounted or underrepresented. I think it's more than that. But Facebook today has the most number of users in Nigeria. Twitter, which is a very flash in the pan platform, has the least, about 1-point-something million people. But because of just that 160 characters, it feels very loud. You think, you know, that's the biggest platform, but it's actually the least. So there is a huge opportunity if you are a marketing professional, for instance, because at the time when I was head of that platform, we were looking for really good social media marketers because we needed people that understood data science. We needed people that understood image making, brand identity, right? Graphic design, you know, and all of that potpourri mixed into one will form an overarching strategy for marketing the titles. So I can tell you today that social media marketing is actually a very, very important skill to have, and it's also an in-demand profession. So if you are, and it's a large value chain: graphic design, brand management, influencing campaign. I remember we used to work with a lot of influencers as well, who used to market some of the titles. So there's quite a bit of opportunity in that space. And what I would tell people is that, because I interviewed a lot of brand managers, I interviewed a lot of marketing managers, I can sift the ones that are just talking from the ones that actually know their stuff. And it has a lot to do with data. Your mastery of the data, your ability to interpret what the customer really wants. It's not what you feel, it's what the data tells you, right? And so just interviewing different people, I could see who actually had the mastery of what they were talking about, and that made a significant difference in our marketing campaigns. You know, that's why you see titles like Wedding Party 2. I remember we released Wedding Party 2 on one of our online platforms at the time. By the time we released it, we had activations with some celebrities. We had a very good brand identity. Our graphic designers were always on call. We also had a CRM platform that had an integration with Facebook. that could, okay, if somebody was having problem on the platform, we could quickly get to it. So customer management as well is also very important on social media. So those are some of the skills I think were very important to me working at Film One.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. I will take one or two questions from the hall. So if you have a question, you can indicate by raising up your hand. I will be able to recognize. I see one hand. And if you have questions already, please, I need the protocol officers to have a microphone close to you, and the person can come forward to ask. But I think, sir, you've already taken this question. He said, what is the Lagos State government doing to encourage tech startup scholarships?
Yeah, I said we invest in startups. If you have a very good idea, a very unique idea, because our goal is to make Lagos a creative economy, right? And not just the adoption of certain platforms. So imagine what the millionaires that Instagram and YouTube have created. Now, if there are millionaires on that platform, imagine the owners of YouTube and Instagram. Imagine what they are making. So why aren't we stimulating our economy to be the creators also of those platforms and not just adopters, right? So that is really our goal. So how do we help stimulate, education, right, in technology? How do we fund unique ideas? How do we also pair with other funders? How do we, do mentorships? And all of that. So these are all of the programs that are contained in some of the links that I gave you earlier. And really is to make Lagos State a center of technology, whether it be through social media or any other sector.
Thank you very much, sir. I think Lagos State is already the center of technology. We call Lagos the Silicon Valley of Africa. So it is for us to take advantage. The Honorable Commissioner said the idea must be unique. And I mean, to be made a commissioner of innovation, it has to be innovative, not copycat. So to think through, to try to get the grants, you must think through and bring something new to the table, not just copying what is commonplace and think that you will get grant, because that's how some people would say that, oh, they give the grants to the people that they know. But sometimes an idea that is so creative and so unique cannot hide for so long. Okay, we have a question from there. Please come to a place we can see you. Introduce yourself. Just say your name and then your question. You go straight to the question. 30 seconds.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayomide. I want to ask, what was the Lagos State government doing about the people on the street concerning the innovation? Because each time, every day I walk to the street, I see so many people having so big talent, so many people have talent to exploit, but these are people that some of them are internally displaced. They don't know how to get to the internet. Some of them don't have phones. Some of them don't even have house. Well, I fall in that category. So I want to ask, what's the Lagos State government doing about the street? Right. Moving them to the innovation world.
Thank you. That's a brilliant question. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have an agency called the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund. Now, what the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund has been tasked to do is to increase the employability of individuals in Lagos State. And to date, Lagos State Employment Trust Fund has empowered over 300,000 people, some of them from the streets, right? And they've been able to start shops, businesses, whether in the market, and they deal very grassroots level. Unfortunately, you know, people migrate into Lagos every single day from different states, and perhaps the amount of resources available cannot go round. But increasingly, Lagos State has been empowering young people on the streets. They've been taking them through. So, for instance, there's also the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, which is headed by a colleague of mine. They have a program where they take people off the streets, they train them, they try and empower them with whether it's, if they have a skill, they assess them if they have a skill. If they do, then they try to put them through training programs that would help them, you know, become economically viable and contribute value. There's also a program for even women as well, at-risk women that are also on the street with children. They put them through many of the shelters that we have. And even for disabled people as well, we also have the Office of Disabilities, where there's also training going on. In fact, I always say this example. Some of the best dishwashing soap that I've used was made by blind people, and they were trained through the Lagos State Office of Disabilities. So there are multiple programs for multiple sectors of society. Now, is it covering every single person? Probably not, because the demand is just so much. Because, you know, as you know, Lagos is doing well, and if doing relatively well, and if you are doing well, if you know, you tend to attract a whole lot of people. People want to come to Lagos to make it. They don't have an address, and it puts a lot of burden on the system. But every year, Lagos State increases its social intervention budget so that to be able to cater to the increasing numbers of people. But there is no other substitute for other states doing well as well. You know, you can't be the only rich man in your family. Otherwise, everybody will be on your case. But if you have 5 rich people, you know, it's better supported. So, you know, we also support other states as well to try and help them with programs. We have a joint planning board with Ogun State. We have multilateral deals with Niger State in farming, because they have land, we do not. So we want to try and start farms there that will create also jobs, so that there's not as much migration down into Lagos. So there are multiple things going on, and hopefully these programs, they will scale as time goes on.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's a very intelligent, broad answer. You know, mention the different ministries that have various interventions, you know, in different areas. And I think the commissioner for the Ministry of Disability is a very close friend of the house as well. Adenike Oyetunde. Yeah, so we have access. And if I could recommend, though, you could even go to the ministry. If you know the ministry, whether it's at Alausa or where it is, and go there and make inquiries, and you may also get opportunities. Just staying where you are and saying the Lagos State government is not doing anything may not work. You may read the story in 2 Kings chapter 7, where the 4 lepers said, if we stay here, we die. If we move, what's the worst that will happen? If they kill us, let them kill us there while we are trying. We cannot die here. We move there. So don't just stay in your shelterless place and be complaining about the Lagos State government. If the mountain does not move, I mean, if the does not move to the mountain, okay, so you know what to do. I'm not saying go and protest there, carry placard and be shouting, no. Just go there quietly, and you may also get something from you. Yes. Okay, we have some hands up in the hall now. Couple of hands. So I can take that hand that way, and then I'll come to you, sir.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, was it you? Okay, I was actually pointing to him. Okay, ask your question.
Okay, sir, I have a question for you.
Your name?
My name is Peter. I have a question for you, sir. What would be your advice for young people in terms of monetizing? Because a lot of young people, when it comes to monetizing, we have difficulty because we don't want to do too much and do less. So what would be your advice? Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's an excellent question. And it's a very simple answer too. An indispensable skill will monetize you faster than anything. What do people require? What do people need? What do they want? Let me give you a story of one of the entrepreneurs that we empowered. I think at Dire Lounge. She was one of the first applicants to our Innovators program. So this lady, she didn't have an idea of how to build a website. She didn't know anything. But one thing she could do was to make fantastic Adire pieces. Very, very nice looking. And it was kind of a fusion of Adire with modern styles, right? And she'd applied. When the board was, because every application goes through a board adjudication process. When the board saw it, they're like, oh, this is not somebody we usually support, or this is not the type of business we do because it's our direct clothing. But she had very nice, unique pieces. And she was leveraging social media. She had gotten some customers, actually. In fact, she had already gotten some customers in South America through social media. She had, at the time we met her, she had customer in Chile. She had customer in Paraguay. She had customer in Brazil. And I think in the UK as well. So already, you can see that her skill has brought her to a level. So what did we now do? When she applied, we looked through her business plan. We decided that, okay, you know what? We are going to put her in our Idea Hub. We'll mentor her for 3 months with an industry expert. We'll give her startup capital. We'll help her with the website. We'll help her with the e-commerce transaction platform. We will also help her with some marketing funds so that, you know, she could automatically be getting orders without her doing much. Because before, it was a full interaction. Maybe somebody will message her on social media. She'll have to talk through all of the logistics. She has to send it. But when we built the website, everything was now automatic. You know, the person will buy it on the website. Shipping will be organized. A message will go to the shippers immediately. It became automated. You understand? But the thing that got her to our attention was her skill. You understand? So, a lot of people come to us and they say, government has to do something for us. I say, you have to do something for yourself first. And then government will now be, or a funder will now be the icing on the cake. You understand? So, skill is extremely important. You will start monetizing, and when a big funder comes, all they are doing for you is just scaling what you have already done. You know, and it could be anything. There are so many in-demand skills, and social media and online courses have democratized education. So there's just so much that you can learn online, and you know, you are the next, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever.
All right, thank you so much.
My name is Avatar. I was opportuned or discovered in Church of God Mission as a digital marketing specialist. My question is, what's your advice for young, talented or skilled entrepreneurs that have agencies like myself? Because I'm pretty sure you had a big break when you were, you know, venturing into your career. What's your advice to us as to getting that big break? And then secondly, my question is about grants. Are there any specific platforms that we can go to, you know, seek for grants as regards, you know, growing our business and our careers? Thank you.
Okay, so it's like 2 questions in one. What's your advice on getting that big break? Okay, so I'll answer the question like this. There are big breaks, surely, but I don't believe in looking for them. I don't. What I do is that where I am, I make sure I'm the best at it. and then the big break will find you. So don't go looking for the big break. Your customers now, satisfy them 100%. Because when you do, they themselves could be sources of your big break. You know, it's just like, remember that Bible verse that said, oh, you've been faithful in little. Here is 10 cities. You understand? So it's a godly principle that whatever you find your hands to do, no matter how inconsequential it is, you understand, do it so well that they won't be able to resist you anymore. You understand? And that is it. So whenever people look for big breaks, they are looking for the bigger, better deal, what they tend to do is that the bigger, better deal usually is more financial break, usually. What they tend to do is that when they go for the finances, when they go for the money, when they go for the big lights and the shining, they sacrifice a lot and they don't know. Sometimes they sacrifice excellence because they are so quick to get to the big break. They're like, oh, okay, I have to move here. So they don't do things so well. And that happens in a lot of industries in Nigeria. You know, I remember growing up, all the artisans, we have carpenters, plumbers, you know, they get to maybe mentor under a plumber. You know, after 6 months, they are doing freedom. Ah, free from what? What have you learned? You understand? And so that's why a lot of industries are suffering. They are looking for big breaks. They are not honing their skill where they are. So you have substandard products, substandard services, horrendous customer service, and this is the person looking for a big break. By the time we make you get the big break, you will ruin a lot of customers' experiences. You know? So when you hone your skill, when you are excellent at a small thing, you will be excellent at a large thing. And that's when the break will come. So whatever you are doing now, take every small, serious job like it's a big job. You know, and that big job, you will know when it will find you.
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic.